We got a 2012 Kia Soul. It won't start. They've already replaced the starter at another shop. Just got it in. I'm going to scan it. We're going to find out what is going on. Let's see if we can figure this thing out.
Okay, here we're scanning the modules, and as you can see, there's one in the TCM. There's several in the ECM. Those are the two we're concentrated on. Here I'm just saving my data. In the ECM, we have a runner control stuck open, throttle, limp mode. These are all history, but we're just worried about the transmission. So we're going to go back, and now we're in the transmission. And as you can see, this is a transmission range sensor circuit malfunction. It's saying it's not in park, or the car does not know what gear it's in, and that is the reason it's not starting. Let's chase down this code and see exactly what's going on. This will give us some direction.
Okay, so I noticed that there was a transmission range sensor code, and that kind of concerns me. And I did notice whenever I was in this thing, I can't get this thing out of park. What is going on here? I don't see a prindle at all, and it will not.
The car thinks it's in drive. This is a PID showing, and it's stuck in park, but it actually thinks that it is in the drive position. That is a problem.
Come out of park, and there is no prindle. So that's really interesting. Was a code in there for the transmission range, but I moved the gear shifter with the key release lock. I'm not sure if I tripped that code or not, so I'm going to fiddle around with it and see what's going on. I'm going to scan it again just to see if any codes came back after cycling the key a couple times. Boom, there it is. That's what we're dealing with. This code came right back. Let's look up this code and let's see what the heck is going on. There's some kind of malfunction with the transmission range. It won't even come out of park. So let's just look at this and see what is going on. Since it won't come out of park, and before we look up that code, I want to see if the brake light is working. Like, it's almost like you're not, because you got to step on the brake in most vehicles to get the park to go down to drive. I can step on this one. I'm stepping on it now, and nothing. It will not. But I can see the brake lights coming on. You see them?
You can see when I hit the brake, this goes to on, hitting the brake, on, off the brake, off, hitting the brake, on, and that's when you see the lights come on. So it's seeing a brake pedal input, so that's not the problem.
Well, let's just look this code up and go from there. P0705. Let's see what this code says. This was it. What's the most common replaced part? Park neutral switch, range sensor, transmission assembly. Okay, so is there a difference between the transmission range sensor and the position switch? Maybe there is. I do not know. We will find out. So OEM testing, general information. This is a really good description operation where it is. So here is our range sensor, and it's a shift lever position. Park, reverse, neutral has 5 positions. Code is set when unidentified code is inputted into PCM without transmission pattern below. So it's probably thinks it's in a gear it shouldn't be. Possible causes: short or open, signal error, or the PCM. So here's the logic: R, reverse, neutral, drive. Here is the wiring diagram. Well, that's the PCM. Here's the range sensor. Here's all the different ranges. S1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the pinout. Here's a waveform. So this is interesting. So park right there, reverse, neutral, drive. Connect the scan tool, ignition on, select data, parameter, change shift lever. Well, mine don't even move. is the inhibitor switch value change? Well, I don't know because mine will not move. My interlock is locked. The interlock that goes to let the shifter move. Measure voltage between each terminal and chassis ground. Well, this is a pretty good diagnostic chart. Let's just plug the scan tool back up and see if what range it's showing that our shifter's even in. So it's saying it's in drive. It is not in drive. Very strange. This is weird. Let's see what else we can find. I mean, it's saying it's in drive and it's clearly in park. Okay, so even when I'm in drive, but I can move this back and forth and it's still, I can move this back and forth, the shift lever, and it still doesn't change. I can't find the shift PIDs. I don't know why they're not in here. Let's go check out the park neutral switch and see if it's getting all of its powers and grounds, and it has everything it needs to function. All right, let's take this thing off and look at this range sensor. Somebody's been in here. That's loose. This is all loose. This is all loose. Oh, is that thing stripped out? Oh, Lord. You'll never believe this. It's unplugged. Look at this. Why? That is crazy. The transmission range sensor is unplugged. Why is that? Well, let's plug it up and see if it'll start up. Yeah, it's right there. It's unplugged. Can't explain that. Let's see if it'll start. Wouldn't that be crazy if this thing just started right up? Boom, it's fixed. Wow, I can't believe it. It was just unplugged. I have no idea why it was unplugged. I'm gonna call the customer. Well, I guess that's it for this one. It wasn't a real big deal. That's the things you get. I'm glad it's fixed. I'm glad it wasn't something major and we was able to get it fixed. But yeah, hey, I appreciate you all watching, and I will see you guys that's been watching me and commenting on my video. I really appreciate it. I just trying to build my channel and I can't do it without you all. If you all ever see anything on my video that you think there's a better way, or you've done it before and there's a better way, let me know. I'm the kind of guy, I love knowledge. I love it if somebody knows something I don't, because I will adopt it and I will start using it to make myself better and more efficient. So don't be afraid to say, hey, I've done this and it's a lot easier to do it this way. Don't feel like you can't say that to me. I'm not that kind of guy, because it honestly makes me more efficient when I learn more. But anyway, enough of that. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next one.